As Keith Duffy prepares to embark on an exciting new world tour with Boyzlife, the duo he formed with fellow singer Brian McFadden from Westlife, he has taken a moment to reflect on his journey through the music industry. The nostalgia of his early days with Boyzone brings back vivid memories, particularly one that stands out as both humorous and poignant, revealing the complexities of fame, love, and fatherhood. During his formative years in Boyzone, the pressure to maintain a particular image was intense. Louis Walsh, the band's manager, was keenly aware of how the public perceived the members of the group. He believed that having girlfriends would deter their primarily female fan base, so he urged the boys to present themselves as single. This directive created an awkward dynamic, especially for Keith, who was secretly dating Lisa, the woman who would later become his wife. Keith found himself in the unusual position of having to pretend he was unattached, despite being deeply in love and committed to Lisa. The irony of that situation was magnified in an unforgettable moment when Lisa called him on the shared band phone, delivering life-changing news Keith was going to be a father. The call came at a critical moment. The band was gearing up to perform their poignant song Father and Son on the iconic UK music show Top of the Pops. The juxtaposition of receiving such monumental news just before performing a song about generational relationships was not lost on him, and it marked a turning point in his life. Here he was, a young man of just 20, navigating the whirlwind of pop stardom while suddenly facing the reality of impending fatherhood. This pivotal moment, filled with excitement and trepidation, set the stage for a life that would unfold in ways Keith had never anticipated. His son Jay was born in April 1996, a beacon of joy amidst the chaos of life on the road. Keith and Lisa's relationship, initially kept under wraps for the sake of their careers, soon blossomed openly when they married in 1998, just 2 years after Jay's birth. They welcomed their daughter Mia in 2000, rounding out their family and providing Keith with a sense of purpose that extended beyond his music career. As Keith reflects on those early days, he acknowledges the challenges that came with being a young father in the music industry. He admits that while he embraced the responsibility of fatherhood wholeheartedly, he was still quite naive at the time. When you're 20, you think you know everything, he shared candidly in an interview with the Irish Independent. But I took on the responsibility wholeheartedly, not realizing the extent of the responsibility. This realization, however, did not diminish his gratitude for the life he built. He adds, "I am glad I did, because even if I might have been pretending at the time, the pretense became a reality." Now, more than 2 decades later, Keith enjoys a strong, friendly relationship with his son, who is now 28 years old. "I have a great relationship with my son. He is 28. We're best mates," he proudly states. This bond has only deepened over the years, especially as Jay has ventured into acting himself, playing Dane Bornhold in the Amazon series The Wheel of Time since 2021. Keith's own acting career had begun long before, as he portrayed Ciaran McCarthy on Coronation Street for a decade after Boyzone's peak, and he couldn't be prouder to see his son follow in his footsteps. Keith often reflects on the profound impact fatherhood has had on his life. He recalls his upbringing in a working-class family, where financial struggles were a part of daily life. "I came from a hard working-class background. We didn't have an awful lot of money growing up," he recounts, illustrating the stark contrast between his early life and the fame that followed. This backdrop gave him a unique perspective on the responsibilities of being a parent, especially when he found out he was going to have a child at such a young age. "So I was only starting to get off the blocks, and all of a sudden here I had a son coming. It was tough," he admits, looking back at the pressure that accompanied his newfound fame. However, those challenges also forged a deep connection between Keith and his children. He has instilled in them values that reflect his own upbringing, emphasizing hard work and resilience. He's not just a father, he's a mentor, guiding Jay and Mia through the complexities of life in the entertainment industry. The lessons Keith learned during his rise to fame serve as valuable insights for his children, allowing him to help them navigate their paths with a degree of understanding that comes from experience. With the upcoming world tour with Boyzlife set to kick off in early 2025, Keith is excited about reconnecting with fans and sharing the music that defined a generation. The tour promises to celebrate the legacy of both Boyzone and Westlife, bringing together fans of both bands for a nostalgic experience. As Keith prepares for this new venture, he reflects on how far he has come since those early days of pretending to be single. The prospect of performing alongside Brian McFadden, with whom he shares a unique bond, adds to the excitement of the tour. Now, as a husband, father, and seasoned performer, Keith Duffy looks back on his life with a sense of pride and gratitude. He has weathered the storms of early fatherhood, navigated the ups and downs of fame, and emerged with a strong sense of identity. His journey has shaped him into the person he is today, and he cherishes the relationships he has built along the way. Looking to the future, Keith is optimistic about what lies ahead, both personally and professionally. The love and support of his family, coupled with the thrill of returning to the stage, invigorate him as he embraces this next chapter of his life. For Keith Duffy, the road ahead is bright, filled with opportunities to create new memories while celebrating the rich tapestry of his past, a past that, despite its challenges, has led him to a place of fulfillment and joy.